Okay, we're just going to put this up now. I don't know what happened in there. They came back in for the sentencing, and it was like the prosecutor and the judge were apologising to Paul that they had to convict him. One of the people that's been working here, the sheriffs, whatever they call him, they've been coming up saying hi to Paul. The police officer yesterday who pepper sprayed him, she's been talking to him for ages, and this. So we came back in, expecting what was the thing going to be, and they've thrown out all the other charges. They go, no, we're not interested in chasing the other charges, and they want the lowest possible conviction they can for this. They've actually submitted, but they don't know if it can be passed. The prosecutor submitted that they don't know if it can be passed, a something C17 or something, which means no conviction recorded. And they asked Paul if he wanted a good behaviour bond, but he said no, he wants a fine because he feels a good behaviour bond will make him become more of a recluse from society. So my guess is that this judge is probably going to give Paul the least fine he can. I mean, I don't know what happened. It's like the state got their guilty verdict, and that's all the machine wanted, and now the humans that work in the machine are bending over backwards to try and make amends with Paul as best they can. I think I've just seen a miracle. I think I've just seen hope for us all, that common sense and decency and empathy can shine through the bullshit that we've tangled ourselves in, and as soon as Paul gets his truck back, which should be the next few days, Paul, after 3.5 years, can finally start getting his life back together. And I would suggest, as a community, if he gets a fine, we pay it. That's it. I've got an interview with Paul. It's going to go straight after this, but yeah, it's basically over. And he's after tomorrow and a few more other little things, he's free to go. Okay, a few hours ago I put up a live that you'd been found guilty on the two main charges, which had 15 years each. That must have been so much pressure, thinking you were going to jail. But just now, something extraordinary happened, and I don't understand it. So can you explain it? And if you can't, I'll jump in.
I guess just trying to work out where to start.
Well, first off, they've dropped all the other charges.
When I got given the verdict, I didn't understand the custodial thing.
No, neither did I.
And I understood that they... Sorry, pardon me. I understood.
I think that's like home imprisonment.
That I was probably getting locked up due to the verdict, and it wasn't till a little while later, after adjournment and having things explained to me, and after I'd sent you the gorilla saying that we might have our lives planned out, but it might not be the direction God wants us to go.
Yeah.
So I guess it was very real, and I thought I was going to be a long-term resident here.
Yeah.
And then there's still 5 charges that hadn't been that had to be decided by the judge, then what
happened with those?
Happened now
Yeah.
seems, from my understanding, the prosecutors have withdrawn those 5 charges, or I think it's withdrawn.
Yeah, they're dismissed. They're gone.
Something.
They're not going to follow. They're not going to chase them up.
So it was a real shock and surprise.
And no custodial sentence, so they don't want you to go to jail. This is the prosecutor.
Yes, it looks like it. So it's
Either a good behaviour or a fine.
it looks like, I guess, that
You're going to leave
we
Canberra.
have to thank God for answering our prayers. I know that a lot of people have been praying out there from around the world.
Yeah.
And throughout this whole trial, I feel like we've been seeing things we've been praying for, and things have been happening. And I I understand that, the prosecutors that are on the case at the moment, they just got thrown in halfway through the thing. That it's not really fair and nice on them that someone starts something and then
They got to
halfway
finish it.
through they get told, here you go win this for us, when they haven't been there from the start, and they weren't the reasons of the initial charges, from
No.
my understanding.
In fact, in that case,
I feel like the whole, I think that it's the whole court has kind of felt their own pain through this thing. I think we've all, as much as my last 3.5 years of my life has been a severe going through hell and punishment, that I think everybody's probably been affected by it as well. And there has been conversations with people in Canberra in shops and at the because we've been here for a couple of weeks now. I think it's week 3. You're starting to I guess go to the same shops to grab stuff and so on, and had some good conversations, and there are some lovely people here, and there's actually surprisingly quite a few that so I've talked to a number of people, and
but let's have one question.
I said, why are you here? And I've said, basically, and I said 3.5 years ago, that's ridiculous. Why are they wasting everyone's time?
Yeah.
We just, I think sometimes we maybe look out and go, oh well, because of one person's behaviour, then you kind of have that distance between everybody. And I think that although I'm someone that's pretty friendly to everybody, it's shown here that there are lots of lovely people here that also have similar thinking.
I have to ask you one simple question, though. Just one simple question. And I just want a very short answer. What does it feel like knowing you're not going to jail?
It's kind of a bit of a relief, but at the same time,
and tomorrow you might start getting your truck back.
That's, from what I understand, a whole new
Ro told me
thing.
it'd be pretty simple.
So I guess we'll see how that goes. But it was a bit of a relief, but at the same time, it's probably a bit hard to explain, but as I said, I knew that God's in control. I trust him.
I know, I've watched you.
And if he wanted me in jail, that's where he wants me. So that's why I didn't break down or
you're amazing.
Whatever.
The guilty verdict, you never lost it.
Because I'm just.
What did it feel like,
I've
though?
got to trust God that he has good plans for me. He's a loving God, even though he shows his wrath at certain times. He loves us all.
But did it feel like at the moment where they said guilty, when you first heard guilty from the jurors, after this 3 years of waiting?
So I honestly was taken by a little bit by surprise because I feel like that I feel like the law, maybe I'm not a lawyer or anything, and I'm just saying sometimes how I feel, but I feel like maybe someone's making these laws probably for good intentions initially, but then later on, when it's come to them being heard, say in front of a jury, they're so confusing, and there's like, I guess, so you could say there's the spirit of the law and the letter of the law, and I think the problem is the system is taking the letter of law to heart too much rather than the spirit of the law. So laws that have every right to be enforced under certain circumstances, then unfortunately when there is somebody that hasn't had any intent to harm or injure or damage anyone or anything, and then that law gets applied, I think that there's, to the letter of the law, unfortunately that doesn't matter if you had any intentions or not. And then unfortunately the jury, like, I don't know, like I would hate to be the jury.
We'll
I would
know.
absolutely hate to be the jury. They've been stuck in there most of the time, probably confused as ever, probably exhausted. I'd say they'd be absolutely exhausted and stressed out, and now they have, I would think, and as I said, this is what I kind of might think, is that some of those jurors would be going home and going, this is unfair, there's now effectively blood on my hands, but I was told by the government I had to attend jury duty, and from the way everything was explained, then to the letter of the law, they might have felt like they had no option, and
well, they didn't. That's their thing. But just on the other thing, though, enough about them. We want to talk about you.
Yeah, everyone, even it was amazing and a miracle that the prosecutors dropped those other 5 charges, and you're on the verge of your new life. I think the whole court realised that I'm not a hardened tattoo criminal.
No.
And,
not that everyone with tattoos is a criminal, but you're not a criminal.
And I don't have any criminal history.
Yeah, not even parking, not even traffic infringements.
When I went for my truck license, the government inspector, that was one where you do it through a government inspector, you do the test through the inspector. He said, "You're too courteous on the road. You're a truck. You just got to push through." And I'm like, "But my dad's been in a car accident. He was a victim of my. I've been in a car accident, and I try to be courteous everywhere." And so it's
Anyway, last question, and you probably even haven't had time to process it because you're worn out. I've seen we're all worn out, but you must be really worn out.
Exhausted.
But you're about to start your new life. They've got a few little paper things they got to go through, and you got to, but that's only to find out the fine or a good behaviour bond, or he might throw it out. But you're certainly not going anywhere. You're not going any further down. You're starting to come up now, and you've got a brand new life, Paul. It's over. It's over. Once you get the truck back, which is going to happen, you're literally a few days away from it's over, and you can start a new life. How does that feel? Or is it too hard to comprehend?
I honestly feel like that it's probably something that will take a long time for me to process. It's been going on for 3.5 years, and I feel like that that it will take a long time to also rebuild my life, because it's I've basically lost everything. I lost a truck, I've lost a business,
You lost 3 years.
I lost 3.5 years of my life. I lost my mum in the process. I didn't get the chance to properly say goodbye to her. And my dad's getting now elderly. And I've got to start from scratch. And then there is the truck case. That's another case. I guess once all those cases, like everything's out of the courts,
But
maybe
look
best
up.
ask me in a year's
Just
time.
look up for a sec. Look
where
up
I'm
for a
at.
sec. Look up for a sec. Look, you see it? The monkey that's been the weight that's been above your head is gone,
Yeah,
brother.
Yeah.
It's gone. There's nothing there above your head except God now.
True.
That's it. Look, I'm
I think it'll
exhausted.
take a while to process and just a while to go, what? I can start my life. How do I start rebuilding it?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, first off, never fucking listen to Aussie Cossack ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope I do things differently in the future.
No, don't stop being you, brother. You're a gem. Don't stop being you. You yourself won over the courts, just being you.
Yeah.
Don't stop being you. Don't stop being you. Yeah. Okay, we're going to leave and let him get it back to the thing.
Yeah, thank you.